So this is my audience. He's going to be riding passenger with us. Okay. Did you know that over 6 million car crashes happen per year in the United States? These tragedies lead to about 90 deaths per day. However, if people would just buckle their seatbelt, that number could be cut in half. So, why do millions of Americans still have the bad habit of not buckling their seatbelt? Today, we're going to bust some common myths about wearing seatbelts, and I hope to encourage all of you that it is so important to buckle up even if you're just going 30 seconds down the road. So, the first excuse that people like to use about why they don't wear their seatbelts is because they are uncomfortable. Well, if you have your seatbelt adjusted properly, this should not be an issue for anyone. One way that you can adjust your seatbelt is by taking the clip right here and moving it up and down to fit your height. Then it will lay properly on your chest, and there shouldn't be any discomfort there. Another way that people can adjust their seatbelt to fit more comfortably is, we'll say like a pregnant lady, for example. She's got a big belly, and maybe her seatbelt doesn't fit as comfortable as it used to. What she can do is she can go to a car dealership and buy an extender to go on her seatbelt. It'll be the same material as the seatbelt originally in her car, and you just kind of clip it on so it fits across your belly. Another way you can do it is if the seatbelt doesn't reach all the way around you, you can buy a longer clip to put in the buckle. The next myth we're going to bust is they're dangerous because if you're in a car accident, you'll be trapped. The kind of car accidents I'm talking about here are you land in a ditch really hard and your car sets on fire, or you drive off a bridge into a big lake of water. What's actually going to happen here, if you don't have on your seatbelt, is you're going to be slung forward. You'll most likely hit your head and then be knocked unconscious. If you were to have on your seatbelt, you're going to be strapped in so you don't go anywhere. If you're unconscious, you can't escape anyways. The next thing people like to say is, well, I'm just going down the road. It's a waste of time to put on my seatbelt because it's just right down there. Statistics actually show that more car accidents happen closer to your home than when you're out. This is because the roads that are by you are so routine to you. You do not have to think about where to stop. You don't have to think about where to turn. You know what kind of traffic is usually going on, so you don't pay as much attention to something that you would if you were at a new place. Well, one day, what if a diesel truck comes barreling down the road and you're not paying attention and you don't have on a seatbelt? You're going to die. Also, if the excuse, it's a waste of time, applies to you, it literally takes 30 seconds to clip on a seatbelt. That is not ever going to be a good excuse. The next one is, well, I have airbags. They're going to protect me just fine. That is partly true. But the airbags in your car were designed to protect buckled drivers. You have to be buckled up for airbags to have the full potential safety that they bring. If you were to be in a car accident and your airbags deploy and you don't have on the seatbelt, you could be trapped under the airbag. The force alone could break ribs. You could still hit your head on the dash or the driving wheel, or you could be thrown through the windshield. You have to wear a seatbelt for your airbags to have the full potential that they do. Also, airbags usually only deploy in frontal crashes. So what are you going to do if you're hit from behind or off the side? All right. After hearing all that, I'm sure some of you are still like, I'll risk it. You shouldn't, because if you are ever pulled over by police, the first thing that they look for is your seatbelt. And we've all heard click it or ticket. That is so true. My grandma never wears a seatbelt, and she's been pulled over one too many times. And that's a lot of money that you can prevent losing if you'll just wear your seatbelt. So the next time you get into the car, I hope you remember all the things I've told you and make the wise decision of buckling up. Because you are important and you are loved by somebody. And wearing a seatbelt is the best way to save your life. Not wearing one is not a way that anyone should have to lose their life. Thank you.